Hello again, StarCraft fans. Curiosity here to cast another game. This time it's going to be between Shuttle and Rush, a PvT. And let's jump right into that. Map is Neo Sylphid. We have Shuttle spawning on the bottom left side and Rush in the bottom right. Rush, maybe not well known as Shuttle, but Rush is one of the top performing Terrans in 2020. If you go basically by tournament results only, he might not seem like a strong Terran, but his results in sponsor matches is really impressive. Very strong online player. And we have Rush here, one of the former ASL champs before Flash was back at full power, recently returned from the army and already playing a ton of games, tons of matches, trying to regain his shape. Don't know what they're saying, but someone could translate. There we have Pylon from Shuttle, and we're gonna see a depot here from Rush. Now the map is Neo Sylphid, no ramp, 3-player map. And I guess the most interesting feature of this map is the several options players have to take a third base. Now PvT, the third bases that Protoss are wanting to take are these high ground bases, other mains, mineral onlys. Very unlikely you'll see them take this middle base. Reason being, tanks can shell it from the outside of the base. It's also reduced minerals, so it mines out really fast. And you don't really want to expand towards the center of the map in PvT. You want to have your bases on the edges. Makes it harder for Terran to kill them eventually once they get their big army rolling. Racks and gas from Rush, and Shuttle just playing standard. We don't see anything out of the ordinary. We have the Cybernetics core. Gonna see that gas starting to mine. 3 on gas from both players. And here we see Rush's scout. No scout from Shuttle. He could scout with his first unit. You don't really need to prioritize scouting in PvT. Barracks done. We can see he's still making SCVs, not gonna make that Marine right off the bat. Factory starts and he pulls off 1 from that gas, not 2. So this is a little bit interesting. Usually you see 2 being pulled off gas immediately. Only 1. And there's a Dragoon started by Shuttle instantly, and we're gonna see that range. Now we have just 1 on gas, so it looks like it was just a oversight. This will mean that he's going to expand quickly. He really wants to get as many minerals as soon as possible. Probably going to see a bunker expand after the factory. This is just safety, and it allows you to make your command center on location with very few Marines produced. Likely going to see only 2 Marines. There's the Dragoon heading out, and it's going to be a 22 Nexus from Shuttle. And if you look at this build, he's only going to get that 1 Dragoon. Very fast Nexus to follow this up. He is cutting units at this moment to get this up. There's the bunker, and the barracks has been lifted. Going to land on the right side to disallow run-bys. And behind this, we see Shuttle getting another pylon. Going to see a Dragoon in production soon. Here comes the SCV. Going to get a scout on this Nexus timing. Shuttle not blocking there, unfortunately gets all the way in. And there's a probe scout from Shuttle, add on first, and he's immediately gonna get vultures and mines. And I missed this. Here's a starport, so it's 1 base drop play. Very aggressive from Rush. Shuttle is doing something that's decent against this because his robo timing is really fast, but he has cut Dragoons. He's gonna get a 2nd and possibly 3rd gateway now to compensate for that Dragoon cut, but he's gonna have very low unit count against this very fast drop. And now, good thing for Shuttle, he sees the vulture out on the map, so he knows this was vulture before tank. And you can see he's positioning his Dragoon defensively. No reason for it to be out on the map. I like this pylon on the edge of the space, as it allows him to spot drops. And here the mine's being planted in case Shuttle ever decides to move out. This also provides him some scouting. More mines being planted, has good coverage overall. Basically, if Shuttle were to move out undetected, he would basically HUD the edge of the terrain. Now we have 3 Marines moving out very aggressively. The Vultures are ready for the drop. Loaded with mine speed on the way. And soon we're going to see that command center by Rush. Here is the 4 Vulture drop and nothing in the main force shuttle. He only has 3 Dragoons at the front. The probe is going to scout this, so this is a couple seconds faster that he's going to be able to react to this drop. He was going to go rear. Actually, he is going to go rear right now. This is going to let Rush scout this. Leaves the dropship nearby because eventually you can rescue these Vultures. They get some probe shots, some probe damage done, and then rescued by the dropship. We have another Vulture with the 3 Marines moving into the natural. We have 1 mine here with good micro by shuttle with the pullback, and he's targeting the Marines. So targeting the Marines and the Vultures. One of the mines detonate, so he has to be careful of the Vultures in the main. Still alive, doing some damage, but it looks like with the observer out, they're finally gonna get cleaned up, and the bunker is allowed to finish. But with the full surround by the probes and the Dragoons targeting the ESV, looks like all the attack is about to be over. Vulture in the main comes back to provide support, and the Vultures get even more probe kills. Now that looked like a ton of damage, but basically when you go for 1 base drop, you have to do that kind of damage. You have the follow-up from shuttle. Looks like he's not going to get that Reaver quite yet. Once again, more observers. Here's another Vulture. This one not able to do much, just getting more scouting information and allowing Rush to get his expansion up. Finally switching into tank makes a Wraith. He's going to need this against incoming Reavers. He has very low tank count, so the Wraith, which costs as much as a tank, is worth it in this scenario. Alright, looks like we have some calm after all that action. Both players trying to just macro up now. You can see the worker count is in Rush's favor. And with his Nexus command center already up, I think he's in a comfortable position. Very favorable for Terran, but by no means over. Looks like Rush getting an armory now. And here is Shuttle's first Reaver, also providing 2 Zealots with support of this Reaver. And this is key. Basically, Reavers are very strong on their own. Giving them a shuttle makes them even more useful, and giving them 2 Zealots, which allow the Reaver some more utility, basically by tanking all the shots from the tanks. We have shuttle with a very fast forge. This is an anti-drop play, and I think it's worth it. But because he's already behind, this can be kind of a risk. You want to cut corners when you're behind. He's going to have to bank on this Reaver doing a lot of damage. There's the Wraith getting pulled back down. We have a second Wraith in production, and this is smart by Rush. He's ahead. He doesn't want to take damage to this incoming Reaver. Still only on 2 tanks. 3rd tank on the way. Looks like Shuttle's going for a full-on bust. No harass, just full-on bust. Drops the Zealots first, tanks some of the fire, and he's going to have to repair this bunker. Looks like the bunker goes down, and now the Reaver's still alive. Zealots finally go down. The SCVs kill them. We have the Wraith targeting the shuttle. Looks like the Reaver drops, but the tank shoots it instantly. And one of the tanks goes down. The other tank also goes down. Only 3 Dragoons left. But with all these SCVs still alive, and even getting a full surround. Oh, that might actually work in Rush's favor. In Shuttle's favor, I should say. These Dragoons were going to go down anyway, but that might took out another extra 4 SCVs. And that was a very strong attack by Shuttle. Killed all of the tanks. He traded 1 Reaver away and several Dragoons, but he did hurt Rush's economy. Some more drops gonna come in for Rush, and I think Shuttle is in big trouble. Every time these Vultures come in, they get minimum 3-4 probes. lay their mines. This is a ton of damage to do to a Protoss that's already on a weak economy. The cannons are helping, but you can see they don't cover all of the mineral line, and this is a big investment. You get 3 cannons and a forge and +1. All of that costs as much as a Nexus, and look at Shuttle's 3rd Nexus timing. Nice Dragoon, 2 Mind Drag, and the Reaver gets dropped off. Shuttle does go down, but looks like we're gonna get another tank. And one weakness that's being exploited right now in Rush's position is this low tank count. SCV's being pulled. Looks like another tank's gonna go down, but Shuttle does trade off all his Dragoons. At least in this moment, for the first time all game, Rush has the worker advantage. He's taking that 3rd base. He's gonna add gateways now. I wonder if he's gonna keep mixing in those Reavers. He is getting +1. +1 for Rush, almost done, and he's already up to 5 gateways. Science facility being added, so it's going to be a 2 base timing, but he's going to get weapons 2 as well. It's going to be very powerful Terran army. This is not the passive 2-1 style we're accustomed to seeing. Rush has been rolling with the momentum all game, basically ever since that first drop went in, and now we have that 3rd base getting set up for Shuttle. He's adding cannons, but these vultures are on the map laying mines, being annoying. Dragoons have to be careful. Another mine detonates, and that mine was huge. Damages 1 Dragoon and kills another. And we already have Rush here very aggressively in position, putting pressure on Shuttle's net. Shuttle unsure what he wants to do. You can see that lack of commitment with that movement there. Wanted to counter to cut off reinforcements, but decides to pull back. And now his natural is being sieged. Another tank coming in support. Tons of mines being laid in the path. And you can see Shuttle's 3rd not even mining. Oh, looks like we have Rally Reaver going down. Shuttle not there to support it, and I think this is going to be it. Just very aggressive play by Rush. Kept Shuttle on the back foot basically the entire game from that early drop. Didn't have a moment to spare, no room to breathe. And now with his natural getting siege, looks like we have 2 Dragoons in the Shuttle, but Rush senses that, just picks off the 1 mine that could have been dragged. Looks like we have another mine drag attempt there, but just not enough. You see when the number of tanks matches the number of Dragoons, with all this vulture support, not much Shuttle can do. And there's the GG from Shuttle. Very well played by Rush. Very good early drop play, and just did a ton of damage with that. And with that, he pulled ahead with the win.